good morning, everybody. Good morning. We're so glad that you are with us. Come on in to service with us. We're grateful that you could join us at the Kingdom Rock Ministries. We're one church with two names, where we got one heart, but what, baby?
Twice the love.
Twice the love. And we're so grateful that you could join us today. We are currently in 2023 in the year of commitment.
My God.
We are basing that on Colossians 3 and 23, where everything you do it as unto the Lord. And we're grateful that you could join us. Why don't you tell them a little bit about our schedule for the week, baby?
Look, let me tell y'all something. If you want to join us, we have a Sunday school every single Sunday at 9:45. It's powerful because you get a chance to ask questions and learn different things, go in depth into the Word of God. Then at 10:45, we start off with a powerful service. And I'm telling you, it goes forth with boldness, power, and clarity. If you want to experience God, if you want to worship and praise, if you want to hear a powerful word, you need to be in the house, not on TV only, but in the house with us as we celebrate God. Then on Tuesdays come forth at 7 o'clock. We have an hour of power Bible study that you ain't gonna find like nowhere else in the city, in the country, or in the United States, or in the world. Let me tell you why I say that. Because our pastor is a sure enough teacher. And you will definitely learn the Word of God on that Tuesday night. You need to come out at 7 o'clock and join in with us. And don't forget, at 6:30, we want to lift you up in prayer. So if you have a prayer request or anything, just go ahead and send it to us. Come and bring it to us. We would love to see you in the house. And then on Thursday, if you think you can sing, Lord Jesus, yes, if you think you can sing, we would love for you to come out and join our choir rehearsal. So don't forget Sunday school, Sunday service, Bible study Tuesday, and choir rehearsal on Thursday. And guess what happens immediately following choir rehearsal at 7 o'clock? We have a 15-minute prayer line that goes forth with boldness, power, and clarity. Come on out and join us. We want you to grow in the Lord and grow in your commitment to God, because that's really what counts.
And that's what I said. You know, we try to make it available to you. So today, as you are joining us for service, we thank God for you, and we just want to say, come on in.
Come on.
Come on in. We've got little Duke is in New Orleans for the first time. His mama said, "That's the first time." Yeah, it's the first time. 2 weeks old. I was here a lot of times, and you don't matter. That don't count. He's here. She's got some things that she needs to do with schooling. You know, she's working on her doctorate, so she's got some things that she's doing in her schooling, and it's hard to watch the baby. And we were there, and we got her to leave this morning. She was like, "Oh," I said, "It's Tuesday, dog. I can come back on Thursday." So we're all here. So let's keep them lifted up in prayer. I also wanted to say that on this weekend, normally I make it a point to pray for or say something about the veterans, you know, during Veterans Day. Because one of the things that I found out, it used to didn't be a big deal with me until I started listening to when Uncle Jay lived with us, and started listening to the stories, and then I started paying attention to these movies that I watch that are about war and all this other stuff. You got to be a G to be a soldier. You can't just run up there. You know, this ain't for the squeamish. You know, everybody knows, I'm just gonna go join in the army, see the world on, baby. This ain't, you know. So I started thinking, can you even remember, other than terrorist type attacks, any war that was fought on the continental United States? I mean, you'd have to go all the way back to 1812. You have to go to the War of 1812. And prior to that, the Civil War, and when the British tried to outrun us out here in Chalmette across the battlefield, and within the next week, over 20,000 soldiers died from malaria because the mosquitoes out there tightened them up. The mosquitoes tightened them British soldiers up. So I just wanted to say to all of those that served in the military, those who make it easier. I understand now when they say thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service. And so this ain't one of them that you can charge to my heart or my head, because I don't want you to know that we thinking about it and that you did what you thought was best. Mm-hmm. And I was able to sleep better because of it. So thank you, and I want to make sure that you know that I thank. Oh, okay, Tina, I said it. With my $5. Okay, but no, God bless you. So now here we are. Here we are in the midst of Genesis. Now, what I have heard and what I've learned is the ministers and elders in training and stuff have done some fantastic words out of Genesis.
Amen.
There's been some real live, genuine word kicking out of Genesis. Because we started out talking about the Creator and our special place in the world. And we talked about Adam and Eve, life as God intended. Then we talked about the first sin. We talked about Cain and Abel. We talked about the flood. We talked about the rainbow. And then last week we talked about the Tower of Babel and how the problem started in the family and moved to society. But we also said that that which was planted, Noah planted that which caused his demise, or that which caused the issues. And most of us, the issues in our lives, we're the one that caused it, and we're the ones that planted it. I was in the middle of the night at Heather's house watching Catfish. And this lady had been dating this man silently for 11 years. What? And ain't never seen him. Ain't never video chatted, ain't never seen. Every time we do it be darker. I'm like that. I'm thinking, I ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer, but you gonna get one call, maybe two, where I can't see what you look like. But after that, doses, baby, I'm out. 11 years, and I say that because what ended up happening to her. In my book, I had no empathy. Because you got to be a plum doggy. Just 11 years? 11 years.
She
the
was
Bible
blind.
Said 11 long years.
She was blind though,
Yeah,
right?
she was blind. Okay. No, she wasn't blind.
She wasn't blind?
She was blind. She just couldn't see. Oh, that'll preach. But, so we know that that's what happened. But tonight, I'm going to tell you, tonight probably is my favorite part of Genesis. This is probably my favorite part of Genesis, chapters 12 and 13. Part of the reason I enjoy this part of Genesis so much is because there's such a juxtaposition of what we think and what we see. Because most of the time, deep folk call Abram or Abraham the father of faith. And so when we talk about him, the most thing we think about is that Abraham stood up, he took care of business, and that's going to show up in chapter 12 and 13. But remember that this the same Abraham that lied and connived and couldn't find another girl right here by his side. Give a talk. No. Okay, but it's the same Abraham that had a stripper. So it's a juxtaposition. And I really want you to see that tonight. I need you to see that. Chaka, you reading for me tonight? Because number 5 got to work the camera. Because we taking care of business. Yes or no? You don't have to. Okay. You want me to send you a mic back there?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Because I'll send you one. You got your glasses? I'm trying to give you time to get all set up.
Already.
Okay. So now watch this. Watch this. We're going to be talking about Abram's call. And then following God into the unknown. Now I'm going to tell you, that sounds so good when you start talking about how deep your faith is and you will follow God. But let me tell you something. You won't halfway follow me to someplace. I tell you, meet at the church, we're going to do like, well, what we going to do? We going where? Well, what time we going to be finished? Is it cold out there? You know what I mean? And this I'm going to tell you, it sounds good to say you'll follow God into the unknown. But God's unknown be way deeper than ours.
Mm-hmm.
You know, God liable to send you someplace. Anybody in here remember Gomer? I'm going to preach that one of these days.
Gomer Pyle?
No, not Gomer Pyle. This boy, God tells him, go marry a hooker.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I remember.
Tell him, go marry a hooker. Now, I'm going to tell you. What God said to him was, marry her because I told you to. I ain't the sharpest knife in the drawer. But that's a stretch. In more ways than one. That's a stretch. You know, but this is what God told him. God said, just like I did.
Oh, wow.
God told him, just like I did. He said, Israel went a whoring after other gods. Just like I married a whore, you gonna marry a harlot too. That's what he told him.
My God.
See, that kind of stuff changed the whole plan.
Yeah.
You know, and some of y'all, God told you several years ago about ministering. God ain't talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be at church every Sunday. You know, I got things to do, you know. Between September and February, I can't be at church. I got football season, I got stuff to do. You know, God tell you to do stuff at the most inopportune time. God tell you stuff like, you know, I told you the time, but God, the refrigerator just broke, this just broke. And God says, you know why? Because if you won't tie, I have an electrician man who will. I got a plumber who will. And so God tells us to do stuff. But we go, oh yeah, I'm gonna follow God, Just Joshua. If you've been following the reading, Joshua, even if you ain't been reading with me, Joshua, when them folks said to Joshua, we gonna follow you just like we followed Moses. If I was Joshua, I'd have just threw up both my hands and left. Because they ain't following Moses right. But that's what we miss. Because God ain't just asking you, show up at church on Sunday. God ain't just asking you can do that. God ain't just asking you that. Although for some folk, that's a stretch. But God ain't just asking you to do that. He's telling you, show up at church. And then when you get there, I'm going to tell you what to do. And you say, well, wait a minute now. I need to know what I'm going to be doing, you know. Should I make plans for lunch afterwards? Or you going to make me give all this money when I get over here? What you doing, God? Let me know. Because this is what you're going to find in Abram. Abram has a unique set of issues. So, Shaka, I want you to read verses 1 through 5 in chapter 12. And I promise you that might be all you have to read tonight. Because, no, it ain't. Go ahead. Read verses 1 through 5.
Now the Lord has said to Abram, get out of your country, from your family, and from your father's house, to a land that I will show you.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait. No, I'm going to read the whole thing, Shaka, because if I start, you ain't never read I'm just happy to hear your voice.
I will make you a great nation. I will bless you and make your name great. And you shall be blessed. You shall be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and I will curse him who curse you. And in you all the families of the earth shall be blessed. So Abram departed as the Lord had spoken to him, and Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 years old when he departed from Haran. When Abram took Sarah his wife, and Lot his brother's son, and all their possessions that they had gathered, and the people whom they had acquired in Haran, and they departed to go to the land of Canaan. So they came to the land of Canaan.
Now, here's the simple request. Verse 12, God tells, chapter 12, verse 1, it says, now the Lord had said unto Abram, get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I'll show you.
Which way I'm going?
You ever left your house not knowing which way you go?
My goodness.
It's a thin line between leaving your house and going to the Walmart over there. And somebody said, meet me at Walmart.
Which one?
Which one? Chaptuli? What? You know, God tells Abram, get out from among. Now, I'm almost good with that. Because the footsteps of a righteous man are ordered by the Lord. You ever been in the car and some say, well, don't go this way. Get down this time. That's your footsteps being ordered by the Lord. And then all of a sudden you look up, there's a big wreck on there. Everybody's sitting out there for an hour. You see on the news later on, they've been out there 2 hours. You're already in trouble with your wife. You can't explain. I was just sitting on the highway for 3 hours. Nobody believe that. You know, so now watch. This is what you've got to see. Why is God telling Abram, get out from among these people? The only way you know is if you read chapter 11. I've talked about this a zillion times in this church. Chapter 11 talks about everybody from Noah up to Abram's daddy, Terah. They talked about everybody. But listen to what it says. For everybody, for generations, when you read chapter 11, it says they lived, they had children, and they died.
Yeah.
Not one person in chapter 11 did a thing.
Okay. Gotcha.
It goes through generations. If you count the years, it's almost a couple thousand years, a couple hundred years of they lived, they had children, and they died. Wouldn't it be a shame if your eulogy was them 12 seconds? She lived, she had some babies, she did now. I mean, this is what they have been doing. Now, these are supposedly the forerunners of God's people. God tells Abram, bruh, you got to get out from among them. Makes more sense now, right?
Yeah.
Because they ain't done nothing, Abram. And if you sit here,
You didn't do nothing.
you're going to be a do nothing too. Ever been to anybody's house and everybody crazy? Because ain't nobody just getting up to, ain't nobody saying, look, I got to do better than this. I got to do better. Ooh, no. And Betty said they're flipping her teeth.
At least she got some sense.
You know, I'm just saying, you know, sometimes God will say to you, I know something that you don't know. I need you to lead this.
Come on, pal.
there's some times in the world that you've been involved in stuff, and God said, you know what, I need you to get out of this.
Thank you, Lord.
I need you to leave this. And because watch this. Abram is Terah's firstborn.
Mm-hmm.
Abram is Terah's firstborn. What kind of issue would he have leaving? Help me, somebody. Would there be an issue, James, with him leaving?
None.
Okay.
It would.
What you say?
The birthright. He the firstborn, so he's entitled to half of.
So if he leave, maybe
He's given
okay.
it up to the
I
Lord.
can handle that. I can handle it. Anything, Doris? What would be the problem? What would be the problem with Abram leaving? Because remember, the Bible said he left with what? His wife, his nephew, all the people that he had got acquired, those were servants, all them folk, and all his stuff. The last time we saw somebody do that, we called him prodigal.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Right.
So is there an issue or some kind of problem with Abram getting ready to leave?
But he didn't leave with the daddy stuff. He left with his stuff.
Where he get stuff from?
He went from his dad.
Okay. When I tell my kids to get out and take everything that you bought, so leave out of here, Buck. Because you ain't bought nothing. So but watch this. That ain't even the real issue. Doris?
Yes, sir. Don't you think it was time for Abram to leave? He was 75.
That makes sense.
Okay. You gotta know where you're at. You gotta know where you're at though, right? Hebrew, Israeli history, your families stayed together. Whoever that is, Chanel, text him back online and tell him, Pastor say leave him alone. No, or you have a question to yourself.
Yes.
I thought somebody online said.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, I think that what you said was even more powerful, that they weren't doing anything but having kids and dying, because they were supposed to be going to the land of Canaan and stopped in Haran and didn't go anywhere else. And so
Had children, die.
couldn't even complete the mission.
And this is what you can taught your kids. Baby, stay in the family. That's why everybody going to work. It ain't 75 and he should have been gone. It's 75, you got more kids, you expanding the tribe. You making our clan. Boy, if you up to snuff with the daily Bible reading, in Judges, Gideon says to God, my daddy's clan is Manasseh, the half tribe of Manasseh, which means we're smaller than the other tribes, and I'm the least in my clan. So they trying to spread it. They doing the thing to expand. So no, it ain't strange that he was still there. It ain't strange that he was still there. Which I'm glad God put that in your mind. Because watch this. Not only is God telling him leave because they ain't doing nothing. He says leave because there's a plan for you. And I know that you already big ball and shot call. Because you're the firstborn. When you read this, Abram left with a bunch of stuff. Abram left with servants, with stuff. And as you continue to read, you're going to see Abram had much goods. The Bible says he had much goods. Abram wasn't broke.
Yeah.
Abram had stuff. So how is it that you leave from the comfort of your mama's home?
Let me call Derek.
My world is like this. If I had known what I know now,
Come on.
I might have stayed in my mama's house a little longer.
Yes, sir.
I might have stayed in my mama's house a little longer because I banked up some of that That I got to go. I'm a grown man. Girl, I've been at the house talking, you want me to take the garbage out?
Wash the dishes.
Girl, watch all them dishes that I didn't break. They make me watch dishes I broke all the time. On purpose. I'm sorry, Ellen. I know you. That's why you had to watch it. No, so watch this. Watch this. Abram has a problem. It's hard to leave comfort.
Yes.
It's hard to leave comfort.
Yes, it is.
It really is. And so he's in comfort. Now he's getting ready to leave. But not only is he getting ready to leave, guess what's going to happen? Now he's responsible for everybody he's making leave.
Yeah.
He's always been responsible for his clan. But his dad, they on his daddy's land, and they, you know what I mean? And if they call for all the heads of the tribe, they ain't calling Abram, they calling Terah. James.
But like you said, if he's leaving for a reason because God has a plan for him. So if he's taking all those people with him, God has a plan for him to make sure.
Oh, don't that sound good with your little deep self? That sounds good when you sit there and come, yeah, I would leave because God, you know, leave all this and go where? Now that's what it, and go where? Now if you'd have said leave all this and go to Mukalusa, I'd have said, okay, Mukalusa got nice rivers and all that. But you say leave and get to a land and I'm gonna show you. God, come on, bruh. Give me a hint. You know, am I getting warm? Am I getting cold? You know, God didn't even give this man a hint. So now Abram's dealing with this problem because there is a problem with leaving his family, his homes, and his relatives behind. Because wherever they going, they ain't got no how they no mobile homes. Oh,
Come
God.
on.
There's an issue with leaving.
Yes, sir.
There's an issue with leaving comfort. Now wherever you go, you got to start over. And you the one where the buck gonna stop. And nobody gonna go, I'm gonna go tell Terah Abram ain't doing right. Terah ain't there. It's you, dog. So this is what it says. It says, get out your father's house and get to a land where I'm going to show you. But this is what I love about God.
Yeah.
God says, I ain't necessarily going to tell you where I'm sending you. Because some of y'all would have quit a long time ago if y'all had known what God was going to do with you. If Sandra knew she was going to have to minister, she wouldn't even came back to church that first week when I told her, come on back and hang out. If she knew she was going to have to preach, she would have said, well, you know, the bank be open till 12 o'clock on Wednesdays and Tuesdays. You know, I mean, seriously, if God had told some of y'all what he was going to do with you, think about this. God told you, you know you're going to have 2 divorces before you find a good man. Well, God, I ain't going to go through all that. You know, God, everything ain't going to be right, and you're going to lose this early, but I'm trying to take you somewhere else. If God had told you that, well, no, God, don't worry about it, bro. I'm going to deal with what I got. I'm going to stay right here in Terah's house. See, y'all missing this. I'm going to stay right here in Terah's house.
I'm good.
Because I know what Terah got. And when Terah died, 2/3 of that's mine. Oh, God, yo.
Come on,
It
family.
ain't easy to just up and go.
No, sir.
Because if God said he's going to take care of you, he's going to take care of you and all the people that are with you. Yeah, that sounds real, real good. If you're catfishing somebody. Come on, baby, God gonna take care of it. You got a job? No, but God. God said for me to come. Well, God said, man, don't work.
Don't
You
eat.
should not eat. So you're gonna lose a lot of weight, bro, because you ain't working. You ain't eating. Do you understand what I'm saying? It ain't easy. He tells Abram, get out of there. But then God says, I ain't gonna tell you where I'm going, but I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do with you. See, that's what God blows our mind with.
Right.
Listen. He literally stands up for himself Just like he did when Moses said, who do I tell him sent me? When Moses said, who do I tell him sent me? He says, tell them I am sent you. But in the first 5 verses, you see 4 times, I will. God said, tell them I will. Now, wait. He says, if you leave, I will. This is a covenant with Abraham.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Abram's only part of this covenant is get out from around these deadbeats. Get out from around these deadbeats. Some of us are missing our blessing because God had told us a long time ago, get out from around these deadbeats, but we deadheaded right there with them. And then watch. God says, this is what I'm going to do. I will make you a great nation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When Abram left, we read it, he had a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But a bunch of stuff does not a nation make.
No.
When you talk about this nation, from sea to shining sea, from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, you got, I don't even know what Tripoli is. I know it's a shoe size, Tripoli, but do you know, but watch this. A nation means that there's going to be New Orleans, buku folk coming out of you. Not just this clan, not just this tribe, a nation. So now we've got this nation. He said, I will make, watch this. This gets me too. He didn't just say, I'm going to make a bunch of folk come out. You're going to have a bunch of babies. Because I watched a little dude on Maury, what is his name? Tracy. This boy got 21 children. They brought 12 different ladies on there. He got 21 different folk. Young man got 21 children. And they give a test for all of them. So anybody can make babies. And they get 2 dogs together, just throw them out there, and the next thing you know, the puppies running around there. Anybody can make a baby. But listen what he said, I'm going to make you a great nation. That means mighty. That means numerous. That means respected. That means a force to be reckoned with. You're going to be great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, some of us so busy laying around with good that we ain't gonna never make it to great. That's my only. Okay, so watch this. That'll preach too on this.
Yes, it will.
And then listen what he says. He says, I will bless thee. I don't know if you really realize that if you had a choice between God blessing you and you hitting the lottery, you ought to choose God blessing you, even if the lottery is almost $1 million.
Yeah.
Oh.
Come on.
See, because you can lose that money.
Yes.
And it's taxed.
And they can tax half of it right quick. But God blessing you, when we was reading Exodus, them folk walked around the desert for 40 years. Their shoes didn't wear out. Their clothes didn't wear out. They was never hungry.
Never thirsty.
Huh?
Come on.
Oh, I want to be blessed by God.
Amen.
I want to be blessed by God. Because, you know, Payless out of business. I can't even take them back.
Yeah.
He says, I will bless them. And watch this. God says, I will make your name great.
Yeah.
See, y'all don't understand this because you ain't never had a credit score like the Baton Rouge area code.
Do you want me?
You ain't never had 225 as your credit score. Look at shocking like you ain't never. See, when he says he'll make your name great,
My
the
God.
Bible says a good name
It's better than riches.
is better to be had than riches.
My Lord.
Anytime you can't go somewhere and sign your name to get something,
Yeah.
You in trouble.
your name ain't worth nothing.
Yeah.
Your name ain't worth nothing. And a lot of folk, ask the orange man, he in trouble right now. Because he was signing on his name.
Sheesh.
Because when your name is good.
Yeah.
If your name is good, you ain't getting 12% interest on your car loan. You getting 0%. You getting 0%, we give you $2,000 back.
Ooh.
Oh, but if you got mediocre Baton Rouge kind of credit, 21%.
You gonna walk you back to that car you drove up and you drove up and you won't even leave with a car.
What did you say, Chanel? Your hand was up? Okay. But so he said, I'll make your name great. Which means, when I come into the place,
Come on.
Yeah.
when I come into the place, go down the street Saturday, Elder Kim Williams passed, and First Lady and I trained them, and so I went to her homegoing service, and I walked through the door. Pastor, come on, Will. Let me tell you something. Ain't nothing like having a great name.
Come on, Pastor.
Oh, God.
Come on, Pastor.
There ain't nothing like having a great name. That's why you don't see me and Jacoby sitting courtside at the Pelican game. Because we ain't Morris Barton. Morris Barton sitting right there on the Pelican's eye.
Not on the eye.
What I'm saying is, he tells Abram, not only am I make you a great nation, not only am I going to bless you, but I'm going to make your name great. And then guess what else he says? And you going to be a blessing.
Ooh.
See all this selfishness, just wanting something just for yourself? You ain't never going to get that, because that ain't God's kind of blessing. God's kind of blessing is I pour you out a blessing that you won't have
Room to
enough to
receive.
receive.
Come on.
So everything around you got to get blessed, because you ain't got room enough to hold what I'm blessing you with.
Come on,
He
man.
tells Abram, and you'll be a blessing. I'm going to put so much in your plate that all these folks going to get blessed. And just like James said, if God's going to send me out there, He going to take care of me, and He going to take care of everything He give me.
Thank you, Lord.
My dogs ain't going to be skinty. My dog's going to be... My dog's eating fresh pet. They ain't eating kibbles and bits. Listen. Then it gets to a weird area. See, your name is great. You're a great nation. Your name is great. God's going to bless you, and you're going to be a blessing. But then watch what he says. And anybody that blesses you, I'm going to bless them. Let me tell you something. In the middle of intercessory prayer tonight, Sister Patty prayed that she prays that the people would get to the point where they learn to bless their pastor. And all I could think of when she said that was this. When she said that, I looked up at God and said, bless her, Lord. Oh, somebody missed it.
Come on,
Amen.
man.
Somebody missed it.
Amen.
I said, bless her, Lord.
Yeah.
Because he going to bless those who bless me.
Yes, sir.
This is what he telling Abram. If somebody bless you, oh, I got them.
Yeah.
They ain't going to be able to make me give it. Because your name is great. I'm going to bless you so that you can be a blessing. But anybody that bless you so you can be more of a blessing is blessing you because of me. I got to give them more so they might give you some more.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, God, if y'all would just, you would just
The
stick
blessing
with
that
me on
keeps on
that.
giving.
I know. And you can't beat him giving.
Right.
And so watch, he says, I'm going to bless them to bless you, but that has a flip side. He said, I'm going to curse them to curse you.
Come on.
He said, so all them that's talking about you behind your back, all them that's praying that your dog died, and all of them, they dog gonna die. He said, because I'm going to curse them that try to curse you. And this ain't cuss. This ain't I'm gonna cuss them to cuss you. No, this curse.
Yeah.
This I'm gonna put it on. They gonna be talking all of a sudden. You know, I'm gonna curse. I'm gonna curse them that try to put something on you. The Bible puts it like this: if you dig a ditch, you better dig two.
Yes, sir.
Listen, he
Yes,
says,
sir.
not only will I make you a great nation, not only will I bless you, not only will I make your name great, and you gonna be a blessing, and I'm gonna bless them that bless you. I'm gonna curse them that curse you. But listen to what he says that seals the deal for me. He says, all the families of the earth shall be blessed in you. Wait. Okay. You gonna take me away from my daddy house. Okay, God, I got you. You gonna make me a great nation. You gonna bless me so that I can bless all my people.
Uh-huh.
He said, no, bro, all of your people ain't my goal. He said the whole earth gonna be blessed in you. Everybody gonna be blessed in you. Now watch this. You don't even believe that. But I tell you this, Abram is 42 generations away from Jesus the Christ in his lineage. And all the earth is being blessed because of Abram. Because his seed is Jesus the Christ, and all the earth.
My God.
I wish y'all. All because God said, leave them fools.
Leave them right there.
Now that takes faith. Because you don't see all this other stuff. God say it. And I'm going to tell you, all the time when God blesses you and tells you to do something, he also tells you what he's going to do. I got you. But what you mean by that? Don't worry about it. I got you. I got you is good enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. You got me. Whoa. Man, first lady didn't stop me from taking the checkbook to church before. She said, bruh, you and God got a whole different thing going. Y'all got a whole different thing going than the rest of us. She said, the kids need to eat. God said he got me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Come on.
He says to Abram, all the families of the earth going to be blessed by you. That's something you can't conceive that. You can't conceive that. Something as simple as Bishop L. Lawrence Brandon, who is now his third presiding bishop, but he's now in Oakland. He was in Shreveport. He's now just opened one of the largest churches in California. He's in Oakland. And one night we were at revival, and we doing what we do. They laying hands and we catching, and we doing what we do, right? He said, Henderson, come here. They ain't calling me out, I'm incognito, Like I warrants and stuff. You got just call my name out. So he called me up and he says, for your loyalty and service to my pastors, talking about Bishop Norton. He said, for your loyalty and your faithfulness to my pastors, God's going to give you double for your trouble. He said, God's going to bless you with double. I'm like, okay, I can, my thing is, I got 4 pockets.
I can't have that.
Well, yeah, the 2 of them got a little paper in them.
Yes, sir.
But double from back, right? Less than 3 weeks later, I got a call from Joseph, no middle name Merrill, about meeting him at the fish place up on St. Charles. So I ain't never met this man before in my life. But Pastor Smith gave me my number. So we all get together, we have lunch. And he says, look, I need somebody to come and help. He said, I'm really ill. And he said, I don't even think the congregation know how ill I am. He said, but I'm really ill and I need some help and I don't want to leave my people, without some help. I just need some help so we can get this thing straight. I'm like, I tell you what, bro. I said, I need to ask my pastors first. He said, your stock just went up with me. He said, because instead of you answering me, you said you was going to go ask your pastors for permission to come before you. So all that happened at fourth Sunday in April. That was fourth Sunday in April 2013. Sat back there, Sister Dahlia made the move. But that's a whole nother church. Mother of the church just made her brother move. So I get to that. Fast forward, 2015, we even started, we're going to do our church. We go someplace. We got Pastor Merrill. We all got a little team. We out looking at buildings. He finally get frustrated at one of the buildings because they cheated us out of the stuff. He said, look, why are you looking for a building? We got a building. He said, why don't you just have church here? And we have it at a different time. He said, we'll flip. I don't care which, let's just. So all of a sudden, we go to Africa. Pastor Merrill passed. Mm-hmm. Now, I come back. New Kingdom needs somebody to continue just being who God called to be. But we're still doing the rock at 12:30. Yes, sir. We're doing New Kingdom 9:15. We're doing rock at 12:30. So when we decide that this is too much. I was doing Bible class. I was doing 104 messages because I wouldn't do the same message at both churches. Right. I do 104 messages a year. 104 Bible studies, because I'm doing Tuesday night Bible study for New Kingdom, Wednesday night Bible study for the Rock. Pull together and start. Look, let's see if we can put both churches together at one time. Let's just see if we can. We all saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost filled. Yes, sir. And I look up and think, who's the first person I talked to at conference? Third presiding bishop. When I tell myself it's a struggle trying to pull Missionary Baptist Church and Full Gospel Baptist Church. It's just a struggle because we got some areas that we're looking at. He said, look at God. He said, didn't I tell you? God! Y'all missed the whole story.
Double for your trouble.
Didn't I tell you? He wasn't going to just give you one.
My God. My God.
Here's the thing. I couldn't see that. I couldn't see that. And if he had told me that I was going to be in there dealing with Cleopatra, I'd say, but you understand what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, God tells you stuff that you don't see the magnitude of it, because right now, I can't see no other place in the world to be than at the Kingdom Rock Ministries, one church with two names, where God truly and richly blesses his people, where we got one heart but what?
Twice the love.
I'm trying to let you know that the blessing is in doing what God tells you to do.
Amen.
Yeah, sometimes you got to fight through that. Yeah. But the blessing is in doing what he tells you to do. So, now watch this. That ain't even the good part. Go to verse 4. That's the good part. Them first three words. That's the good part. Read the first three words for me, Shaka.
So Abram departed.
Yeah, wait. So Abram departed. Watch what happened. God tells him to get out from among them. And y'all know it's a struggle. Yeah. It's a struggle. But then God tells him what I'm going to do for you. Do you notice that there ain't no place in here that Abram say, well, God, where we going? Should I take Sarai with me too? Because maybe I get a new start, new city, new wife. He said, can you imagine what is actually going on here? Do you see that right here, right here, Abram does just what God told him to say. So Abram
Departed.
departed. Listen, verse 4. So Abram departed as the Lord had spoken unto him. Now this is something I always tell y'all, but y'all don't even want to hear it when I tell you, cause you're hard-headed. And Big Mama say a hard head lead to a soft behind. You know, the hard head lead to a soft behind. So watch this. Thank you, son. It says, so Abram departed as the Lord had spoken, because Abram was sent on this mission, right?
Uh-huh.
But look at this next line in verse 4.
Lot.
He went.
And Lot went with him. Abram was sent. Lot just went.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so some of y'all's life is messed up in the midst of a sodomized situation because you just went to the wrong place. You went where you weren't supposed to go. God ain't sent you. You just went. Abram was sent. Lot just went. That's free. That ain't even part of this lesson. Watch this. It says Abram was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran. He took his wife, his nephew, and they booked up. And all this stuff they had gotten in Haran needs you to go back. They ain't even supposed to be in Haran.
Right.
They ain't even supposed to be in Haran. They were sent to the promised land that we don't get to all the way until we get past Judah and Ram. You know what I mean? They're supposed to have been there. And here's the problem with leaving where you ain't supposed to be. It said that he got a bunch of stuff while he was there. Do you know the enemy can make you think he's blessing you? Because you getting stuff. You getting stuff. But the enemy got stuff too.
My God.
Abram and his family in the wrong place, but they getting paid. They getting that paper. They flourishing. They lived. They had children. And they died. Ain't doing nothing with their life. Let me tell you, I don't think that any of us really see the potential that God has if we truly do what thus saith the Lord. I don't really think we know it. Because watch this. Abram didn't run around the building 7 times and spit up and fall down and throw dirt in the air and blow it. Abram didn't do that. Abram didn't come putting money on the altar. Abram simply did what thus saith the Lord. Do you know all Abram did was depart? God, I wish y'all could be where I'm at. All Abram did to get the blessings of God was leave him food. Oh, God, with that. I'm going to tell you right now. If I'd have left them fools long before, I'd have a bunch of money. But I was out there with them fools.
Yes, sir.
I was out there with them fools. I was so patriotic, Patty. I was spending like a drunken sailor. I make it on Friday and be PB and H on Monday, po broke and home.
Oh my goodness.
They're gonna walk to the house, act like I'm the man of the house. Ain't got a pothole with it. And the key don't hardly fit the lock no more because I left the wrong key at I only want us, because this ain't, that's why I told you, Shaka, I knew you wanted to get to read past verse 5. You might get one more in there. But Abram is in position to be blessed because the blessing is not in Haran. There's stuff in Haran, but the blessing ain't in Haran.
My God.
Oh, God.
My God.
But stuff will hold you, dog.
Yeah.
Stuff will hold you. Let somebody be paying your rent and your light and your telephone bill and your... Let somebody be paying that. But don't want to marry you. But you say, you know what? He a good man, though, mother. He good to me. He good to me. The kids don't want for nothing. They got them night clothes on their feet. You know, the kids don't want for nothing. Can you imagine? It's hard to leave stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because stuff got a draw to it.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me you got turkey, ham, and a roast at Thanksgiving? And I got Cornish hen? It ain't hard to walk away from Cornish hen. But a ham, roast, and a turkey, and some greens, and some dressing, whatever, and some cranberries. Oh, that's Carol, you got to put that order in, dog. You got to put that order in. Some rolls. You got to put that order in, Carol. You got to put that order in. You got to know how to do it. You got to know how to do it. So I want you to see this as I put a bow on this part of this lesson. Because this lesson is way deeper than this. It's way deeper than this. Listen to verse 5 again. And Abram took Sarai his wife, and Lot his brother's son, and all their substance that they had gathered, and the souls that they had gotten in Haran, and they went forth to go into the land that God sent them to in the first place. And into the place that God sent them to in the first place, Canaan. That's where they came. I wonder, did Terah and Terah daddy, and Terah daddy daddy, and Terah daddy daddy daddy, and Terah daddy 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 daddy, I wonder, did they ever tell that boy that he was destined for more than Haran? A lot of us come to the church house, but we ain't telling our children that they're destined for more. We ain't letting our children know that they're destined for more.
Come on.
We ain't letting our grandchildren know that they're destined for more. So they thinking it's what we do. Mama go to church. We sit in and eat up her bacon and eggs, and she come back mad because the kitchen dirty. We do this every Sunday. That's what we do. No. Everybody in here going somewhere. This one gonna be empty till I come back. Now, you can come on roll with me because they got air conditioning and heater down there. Or you can sit on this porch. Abram took everybody with him. Don't you miss this. Don't you miss this. He took that which he was responsible for by marriage and by birth, but he also took what he was responsible for by covenant, which was Lot. Because when you read, his brother died. When you read chapter 11, Lot's daddy died. So Lot's daddy died, so either one of the brothers takes on his wife, or what your Naomi say, you gonna wait till I have another baby and grow up. No, so one of the brothers, so he took on his brother's wife.
So Sarai was married?
No, they,
somebody else.
They got
Well, Sarai didn't have no kids yet. I'm sorry.
So, but you understand what I'm saying? So now there are some things in our lives that God is holding us accountable for because he done made us responsible for. I don't ever get on anybody because children are strange.
Especially today's children.
No, just all children. Children strange. I'm gonna tell you children's strength. My mama sang in the gospel choir. My mama didn't miss church, didn't miss Bible study. My mama, if one of them old ladies in the park said we was cussing or that we was drinking wine or whatever, she'd make us go to church with them. And there's someone was 17-day Adventist. They're not 7 days. Some of these ladies were 17-day Adventist. She'd be in church for 17 days. But when I got saved, and I'm gonna close with this because this lesson really, you gotta have better timing than this. When I got saved, I broke my mother's heart because I said to her, you was just gonna let me go to hell. You going to church every Sunday. Reverend Curry come here twice a week, get his hair cut. You at the Bible study, you at everything, but you was just gonna let me go to hell. Children ain't no this modern day children. No, children just gonna do whatever they think they big and bad enough to do. And parents pick their battles. I pick my battle. I pick my battles. When they got old enough to make their decision, I pick my battle. And that's what we do. But at some point, their blood is required on our hands. Yeah? You mad? Because you have to come to church? Find a body part, scratch it, and get glad. Would you have told Mama Lou you ain't going? Would you have told Mama Lou, I ain't gonna sit here after church while you talk to 27 people? Every time I see you at church, you just sit there.
That's right.
Oh, Mama Lou must be at a meeting or something. And the better part is this. You have the ability to say to God, I did what you told me to do. Now, what they decided to do, that's on them. You feel me on that, Mama?
Yeah.
Because